City of St. Augustine to reopen Spanish Street.
Thank God.
Yeah. They're celebrating the reopening of Talamato Lane and Spanish Street, marking the completion of the Downtown Improvements District Phase 2 project.
Oh, we're in phase 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Second trimester. Here we go.
They're not telling you there's 37 phases. No. This one began in August of 2023. It's an initiative aimed to implement curbless streets within the town plan. During the project, Kuna Street was temporarily converted into a one-way street headed east to west. Residents expressed their preference for this change to remain permanent, citing concerns about traffic flow and disruptions. Has this disrupted or made your experience downtown better?
Even before it was east to west, people would go the wrong way.
Yeah.
So they were already going the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's part of my walking pattern, so I don't really drive on that road a whole lot. But Kuna's still messed up a little bit. So there's right in front of Prince of Wales, they had some new construction that just started like last week, and I was just like, dude, you're supposed to be at the end.
Yeah.
And then it was messed up again.
So Hippolyta, right? That's curbless, right?
Yeah.
That's what that's going to look like.
Hippolyta, most of Spanish. Now the rest of Spanish is curbless. Treasury and those three, and hopefully the next one is Charlotte.
So forgive me, like I'm going to ask Rebecca's question. Aren't curbs helpful or no?
Not really.
You would think it would keep the cars off the sidewalk so they don't hit the pedestrians, but I guess we haven't had knockwood an incident.
You're going so slow. It actually is just a prime example. Look at the difference between Treasury, Hippolyta, and then go down Charlotte. Charlotte has uneven curves.
Hot mess. You're right.
It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
So this kind of standardizes everything.
Okay.
So appearance-wise, it's definitely better. You probably have less injuries of people falling off curbs because, you might get a bump here or there, where somebody accidentally steps out in front of a car, which is annoying because they don't understand. The locals recognize it as this is the sidewalk, this is the street.
Right.
Tourists don't.
Yeah, they think it's just all pedestrian
It's
walk.
so stupid.
They just kind of blend it all together.
Do we do like velvet ropey, kind of like rope them off, keep them in like cattle?
Yeah, we'll shock collar them.
Yeah, right.
We have to have signs for tourists. This is a sidewalk.
Yeah. The white part here is sidewalk. The stone, that's the road.
Yeah.
All right.
And they give you dirty looks like,
I know, it's like,
I'm just trying to get home.
Just trying to get home. Just trying to get out of your way.
Just trying to get home.
Good gracious.
We just want to keep filling the city with these dumb people.
Heads in beds.
I guess they don't have to be smart heads.
Right.
Yeah, as long as they got a wallet.
There you go. All right. So let's see. Anything else? Ex-Pellissier, the city mobility manager, highlighted the residents' persistent advocacy for a residential exception to minimize drive-through traffic and disturbances.
Yeah, that road never really had much traffic on it, but I mean, it kind of standardizes it with the rest of Spanish. So
they're going to do a ribbon cutting for the road.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm sure
that definitely helps.
I'm sure the road's going to be happy about that.
Are they doing a ribbon cutting for the sheets? Because I want to talk about that too.
I'd rather do a ribbon cutting for the sheets.
Right.
Yeah.
So the ribbon cutting for the road is going to happen April 12th, this Friday.
Oh, you better go.
10
You better
a.m.
go.
Wait, you think people were excited about the eclipse?
Yeah.
The ribbon cutting for Spanish.
We should show up with champagne campaign.
I'll bring my glasses.
Well, you know what we should do since it's already open? We should just do our own ribbon cutting tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be
we'll
so
just
funny.
undercut the city.
That'll be so funny.
And that reminds me of me being me. When they did the opening of the Palm Valley Bridge, it used to be a really tiny bridge. It was super narrow. Well, they did this big opening, and they did a fundraiser for the first person who was allowed to drive across the bridge. All right. And it raised like $10,000. It was the guy who has like the car place right on US 1 before you take a right headed into Nocatee. So
You spent that kind of money on that.
He spent $10,000.
Good gracious.
Right. So the dick that I am, I had to deliver some plants up there from Parks and Rec. I was Parks and Recreation director.
Okay.
And so I delivered the plants, and they wanted me to turn around And I acted like I didn't hear him, and I drove over the bridge, and I drove back over the bridge just so I felt like I got $10,000 out of the deal. But they were just all like, hey!
So you were originally the first
I was
person.
the first person to drive over that
Oh, Troy!
bridge. But I was such a jerk about it. I was
Play
like,
old.
oh,
Yeah.
I was just like, I was like Mr. Magoo in it, like,
Mr. Bean.
yeah, 100% Mr. Bean in it. But
That
I
is awesome.
But inside, I was so happy.
That's a way to be.
It was-
That's a way to be. That's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah, but he paid $10,000. Well, it was a fundraiser, but
10,000.
yeah.
Wait, why was it for the first person that drove over the bridge?
It was like the celebration, the ribbon cutting of the bridge or something like that.
They don't do that
But
anymore.
I was just like, nope, gonna be me.
I love it.
But why would they give $10,000 to the guy who just drove over a bridge?
Well, it was like kind of a
Naming
little,
rights, yeah.
Yeah, a little bragging thing.
I'm sure they'll put a
situation.
placard
Yeah.
somewhere, you
Yeah.
know, to commemorate the
I
moment.
can't even remember what it was going to. I wasn't going to, and that might have been part of it because I wanted it to go to Davis Park and it went to some other charity.
Oh, okay.
So,
There was spiteful ride over the bridge.
no, but it was pure pleasure. It was
That's
totally
funny.
It was totally a Mr. Bean. That was
What a
probably
funny moment.
more
Great.
accurate.
That's great. I love that feeling when you know people are telling you to stop doing something,
Oh, yeah,
and you're
yeah.
just like, no, I'm gonna
Oh, no, they
really
were-
dumb here.
They were like, all the guys in the orange shirts that are on the, and I loaded the, some trees that we had in pots and stuff like that, and set them for the grand opening thing, for the whole ceremony, and I just drove right through them and drove right back across. Got on the other side and drove right back across.
Oh, I didn't know.
And they're still like, hey!
You're testing it out, making
Wow,
sure it
they're
was
really
safe.
celebrating the sturdiness of this bridge.
Right.
I may have waved to one of them, just like,
It's like a big donor. You want to make sure he's safe, right?
Dopey wave.
I totally Forrest Gump. I'm like,
Meep, meep.
That's solid. All right. Well, so there you go.